Afghan Hound Daily Routine, from glamour to goofy moments. The Afghan Hound is perhaps one of the most paradoxical breeds in the canine world. With their flowing silk coats, aristocratic bearing, and runway model grace, they embody elegance and sophistication. Yet anyone who has lived with an Afghan knows the delightful truth: beneath that glamorous exterior lies a wonderfully goofy, independent, and sometimes stubborn personality that makes every day an adventure. Understanding the daily routine of an Afghan Hound reveals the fascinating duality of this ancient breed. From their morning beauty rituals to their evening zoomies, these dogs live life on their own terms, seamlessly transitioning between moments of breathtaking beauty and endearing silliness. Morning majesty, the regal awakening. An Afghan Hound doesn't simply wake up, they make an entrance. Most Afghan owners will tell you that their dog has perfected the art of the dramatic morning stretch. Picture this: your Afghan emerges from their sleeping spot, executing a full-body stretch that would make a yoga instructor envious, their silky coat cascading like a waterfall as they arch their back and extend their elegant legs. The morning routine typically begins with what many owners call the inspection tour. Your Afghan will glide through the house with the confidence of a supermodel on the catwalk, checking their domain with an air of dignified authority. Their long, narrow head held high, they survey their kingdom with those distinctively aloof yet intelligent eyes. But don't let this regal behavior fool you. Morning is also when the first glimpses of their goofy nature emerge. Many Afghans have a morning ritual that can only be described as the crazy dance. Without warning, your elegant companion might suddenly break into what appears to be a private celebration, spinning in circles, play-bowing to invisible opponents, or performing what can best be described as a canine interpretive dance routine. Breakfast and the art of selective eating. Feeding time reveals another layer of the Afghan personality. These dogs are notorious for being particular about their food, approaching their breakfast bowl with the discrimination of a food critic. They might delicately sniff their kibble, take a few thoughtful bites, then walk away as if to say, "I'll consider finishing this later, thank you very much." This isn't pickiness born of spoiling, it's part of their independent nature. Afghan Hounds were bred to hunt solo in the harsh terrain of Afghanistan, making split-second decisions without human guidance. This independence translates into every aspect of their lives, including their dining preferences. Some mornings, your Afghan might decide that breakfast tastes better when eaten one kibble at a time, carefully extracted from the bowl and consumed in a different room. Other days, they might approach their meal with surprising enthusiasm, only to stop mid-bite and stare out the window as if they've spotted something far more interesting than food. The great outdoors, exercise with attitude. Exercise time showcases the most dramatic transformation in an Afghan's personality. The moment they step outside, something primal awakens in these dogs. Their ancient hunting instincts kick in, and suddenly your elegant companion becomes a magnificent athlete. Afghan Hounds require substantial daily exercise, but they approach it with their characteristic independence. A typical walk begins with dignified pacing, your Afghan maintaining perfect posture as they observe their surroundings with keen interest. Their gait is naturally elegant, with their distinctive hightail carriage and flowing movement that seems almost choreographed. However, the real magic happens when an Afghan decides to run. In an instant, they transform from a graceful walker into a stunning display of athletic prowess. Their double suspension gallop is a sight to behold. All 4 feet leave the ground twice in each stride, creating a floating effect that makes them appear to fly across the landscape. Their coat streams behind them like a banner, and their expression shifts from aloof dignity to pure joy. But here's where the goofiness shines through. Afghan Hounds are notorious for what owners call selective hearing during off-leash time. They might respond beautifully to commands one moment, then act as if they've suddenly gone deaf the next, especially if they've spotted something interesting in the distance. This isn't disobedience, it's their hunting heritage asserting itself. Midday lounging, the art of elegant relaxation. After morning exercise, most Afghan Hounds settle into their favorite midday activity, professional-level lounging. These dogs have elevated resting to an art form. They don't simply lie down, they arrange themselves with the careful consideration of an interior designer placing a statement piece. You might find your Afghan draped across a sofa with their legs elegantly extended, their head positioned to catch the perfect angle of sunlight streaming through the window. Or perhaps they've chosen to recline on a cool tile floor, their coat spread around them like an expensive fur rug, looking for all the world like a canine Cleopatra. During these rest periods, Afghan hounds often engage in what can only be described as philosophical contemplation. They'll gaze out windows with an expression of deep thought, occasionally sighing dramatically as if pondering the mysteries of the universe. This meditative quality is part of their charm. They seem to possess an almost zen-like ability to be fully present in the moment. Grooming, the daily beauty regimen. No discussion of an Afghan hound's daily routine would be complete without addressing their grooming needs. These dogs come equipped with a coat that requires dedication to maintain, and most Afghans seem to understand their beauty routine as non-negotiable. Daily brushing sessions reveal yet another facet of their personality. Some Afghan hounds approach grooming with the patience of a professional model, standing still and allowing their human to work through their coat methodically. Others might decide that grooming time is actually playtime, turning what should be a peaceful activity into a game of gentle wrestling. The coat itself tells the story of their day. You might find grass seeds from their morning adventure, evidence of their midday nap spot, or mysterious tangles that seem to have appeared from nowhere. Each brushing session is like reading a diary of their activities. Evening entertainment, the goofy side emerges. As evening approaches, many Afghan hounds experience what their owners lovingly refer to as the evening crazies. This is when their silly side comes out in full force. The same dog who spent the afternoon looking like a piece of living art suddenly transforms into a playful comedian. Evening playtime might involve elaborate games of their own invention. Some Afghans love to play catch me if you can, racing around the house or yard with surprising speed and agility, their coat flowing dramatically behind them. Others might engage in what appears to be conversation with their toys, carrying on animated discussions with stuffed animals or rope toys. This is also when their sense of humor becomes most apparent. Afghan hounds are known for their ability to make their families laugh, whether through deliberate clowning or simply their unique way of approaching everyday activities. They might decide that the evening walk requires an inspection of every interesting smell, turning a simple outing into an elaborate investigation. Bedtime, the return to elegance. As the day winds down, Afghan hounds typically return to their more dignified demeanor. They have specific preferences for their sleeping arrangements, often choosing elevated spots where they can maintain a good view of their surroundings while resting. Many Afghans have elaborate bedtime routines, which might include a final patrol of the house, careful selection of the perfect sleeping spot, and an elaborate settling-in process that involves multiple adjustments of position until everything is just right. The transition from day to night often brings out their more affectionate side. While Afghan hounds are not typically clingy dogs, many become more social in the evening, choosing to rest near their family members rather than in solitude. Living with contradiction. What makes Afghan hounds so endearing is their ability to embody contradictions without any apparent conflict. They can be simultaneously aloof and affectionate, dignified and silly, independent and loyal. Their daily routine reflects these contradictions, creating a rich tapestry of behaviors that keeps their families constantly entertained and occasionally exasperated. Understanding and appreciating an Afghan hound's daily routine requires acceptance of their independent nature while celebrating their unique personality. They are not dogs that can be molded to fit a human's expectations. Instead, they invite us into their world, where beauty and silliness coexist, where dignity and playfulness are not mutually exclusive, and where every day offers the possibility of witnessing something magnificent and absurd in equal measure. Living with an Afghan hound means embracing the unexpected, finding joy in their contradictions, and discovering that sometimes the most beautiful moments come not from their legendary elegance, but from their wonderfully goofy, utterly authentic expressions of who they truly are beneath that stunning coat. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos.